Hello, welcome to Board Games with Niramas. Joseph and I am here today with Racco, and we are excited because 7th Citadel is finally on Kickstarter. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I know a lot of you have as well. I mean, it's almost a year now since SNSP last year, where I, got a little demo of the game, and I, checked it out. I talked to the publisher, and I have a video. You might have already have seen that, but I have a video out where I go through a demo on how the game works and what's new in comparison to the Seventh Continent, obviously. And Seventh Continent is one of my favorite games ever, so of course this is exciting. Hey, Dragon Shadow. So yeah, let's I'm a bit early, but let's start talking about this now. The first thing that hits strikes me when you go in here, of course, is that the numbers are rolling up here. The dollars are just rolling. There's so many people back in this tonight, obviously, and I mean, so it's already doubled. The goal was $353,000. That's a weird. I don't know why. How did they come up with that goal? That's a weird sum. But maybe it's converted from another currency. Maybe it's from euro, because I don't know. Hey, Aegis. Yeah, so let's talk through the Kickstarter like I usually do. Well, usually, but a few times I've done these Kickstarter talkthroughs when there's hot games out there that I am excited about. I haven't backed this one yet. I haven't even looked at a page. I saved it for this video, so it gets more exciting for me as well to go through it all. So let's start scrolling and look through it. So we have, first of all, the box looks amazing again. I really like the style of this really clean style that they have on the Seventh Continent and this one as well. So we start off. Oh yeah, of course they're French, or maybe that's from Euro. Yeah. Okay, so we start off with the story. Okay, so I mean this looks fairly similar here to Seventh Continent, right? Hey, Alex. Oh, Alex back there 6 minutes after the pledge manager opened. Yeah, you have to wait a while for it to arrive. We'll talk about that later on as well. Now, first thing that strikes me is this little blue thing here. That's new. It's like a dial, so I guess you keep track of something, which is cool. And it also looks nice for being a dial. It looks like it's plastic. So that's cool. And from what I remember from the demo I got at SNSP last year is that it's mainly, the main changes are like this is more of a classic fantasy cooperative, more of a cooperative game maybe than a solo game. I don't know. You can play it solo as well, of course. So let's see what's new. Okay, so medieval fantasy universe, survival, customize your personal deck. All yeah, okay. Well, and here's some, of course, some people here. And I'm gonna watch videos later on tonight. I haven't had time to watch any videos so far. Oh, it's the life tracker up here. Yeah, that makes sense. Because now you have a life instead of having the deck being your life, I think. Instead, you have more classic structure of a fantasy cooperative game, right? So let's get to, there's a lot of, this is kind of weird that they have so much text and like the, don't take our word for it at the start. They usually have like a lot of pictures at Kickstarters, and then at the bottom they have these the quotes from people. A lot of text actually. I'm not going to read through it all. I mean, you can obviously go do that. The link is in the description, by the way, if you want to check out the Kickstarter in detail. Hey, Bjorn. Oh, I like the Bjorn. Bjorn is automatically the moderator now. That's awesome. All right, key features. Yeah, solo cooperative play. 30 seconds to set up the game. 30 seconds to save it. That sounds a bit optimistic in my mind. At least 7 Continent takes more than 30 seconds to save. Put back into the box. I don't know. Yeah, no die rolls. That's awesome, of course. So you create your character. Okay, so maybe you don't have it. Yeah, maybe you don't have the set characters like you have in the 7th Continent. Instead, you create the character, I assume here. And keep scrolling over there. I want to scroll. Okay, so a personal quest. That's pretty cool. You have a personal quest. Okay, so I don't know if you have an overarching quest as well, like the curses. Choose new skills to create. Character you want to play. Yeah. There's also these new symbols here on the side. Don't remember really what those are for. I know they talked about them in the demo, but this looks to be the same here with exploration cards that you put out. And I love this is something I really love in board games, is when you make a map or something out of cards put next to each other to form a picture. I really like that a lot. I even have it in my own game, Draco's Adventure. The map is like cards that connect together like that. I like it. It looks so good. Yeah, exactly. Bjorn is saying in the chat that seeing this makes him want to play 7th Continent. I must say the same. I have the whole expansion and everything. It's all painted, and I have a really nice insert and all. And I need to play it. But there's so many games right now. I'm totally stressed out on all the games on my shelf right now. There's like 15 games that I need to film this week, basically. I don't know how that's going to work. Right, so you perform actions. Looks the same a lot like it used to do. I think most of the things here will be the same, and I like that. It's like Frosthaven. I like when they build up on an already popular mechanic and layout and just improve on that, which is more content. That's always a cool idea. The actions have cost, obviously. And then there's consequences. Okay, this looks a little bit different here. Yeah, that's probably the red one. There's probably just damage. I guess that's why it looks different, right? Because you didn't used to have damage in 7th Continent. You had like lost cards instead, basically. But a lot of text, so I am going to read it all, but I'm not going to do it on camera. That's not that exciting. And you have the story. Oh, this is really cool. It says here you will be able to converse with the NPCs in the game. There will be dozens of non-player characters, NPCs. You have a book of dialogue, so you can interact with those. That's really cool. I really like that aspect. From Painted Grail or This War of Mine. Yeah, the Voracious Goddess is really a tough. I said it before. I think it's weird that that's one is like the recommended to start with, because there's other curses that are sort of smaller in scale. I think you should start there. But yeah. Hey, Sinaka. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say that, because 7th Continent is in my top 5 games of all time, and it's gonna stay there, I think, because I still haven't played the expansion. So when I get to do that, I'll probably be blown away again with all the little air balloon, and wow, it's so cool. Why haven't I played it? I don't know. Choose your destiny. You will gain hope through your feats of arms and the completion of side quests. You can spend the hope to acquire new skills, build buildings, that sounds cool, send emissaries to map the collapsing lands, and much more. Wow. This is gonna be so cool. This is gonna be so cool. That's actually something I used to think sometimes when like the times are tough and you can get a little bit down. But then you start thinking about all the cool games coming, right? So, there's going to be better and better games coming in some ways. Like, cool, I love this stuff. 7th Continent for me was like a childhood dream, like open, go wherever you want and just, choose your own style game. Yeah, send emissaries to, yeah, that's cool. Okay, so this is like a Kickstarter exclusive, On the Edge of Peril. Expansion, yeah. The rulebook, get the beta version of the rules. And here's going to be videos. So Man vs. Meeple, Rado. Rado is the first one I will check out tonight, of course. Adam Smith. Yeah, so surprised that they don't have more of these, but I think maybe they had a very limited amount of prototypes. I was actually in contact with Serious Pulp a month ago, or like 2 months ago, and I asked them if they wanted to give me a prototype for a preview, and they told me they had a very limited amount of them. So yeah, it is what it is. It would have been cool, but I will obviously film this in 2022. Okay, so collector's edition. Wow, that's I'm surprised. Only 69. I mean, 7th Continent is the most expensive game that I ever kickstarted, and I was all in on that. That was like 350 euros or dollars or something like that. That's crazy amount of money, but okay. So this seems pretty good. 69. And optional buys, so you can get the sleeves. I'm not a big fan of sleeves, these kind of sleeves for like the map. I don't think that's needed in this kind of game. I mean, you don't shuffle those cards, and I don't, you put them out. I don't have sleeves for Tainted Grail map cards either. But maybe for the cards that you actually do shuffle, I guess. But I'm usually a big sleeve fan. Like I sleeve all deck builders, all card games like that. But I'm not gonna sleeve this one. I think I sleeve the I have the small package, so I sleeve my 7th Continent cards, the actual cards that you shuffle. I haven't sleeved them all. I only sleeve like if there's 5 of the same, those are sleeved because those I will, or like the food and so on, those are sleeved. But you don't really need to. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna play this game. I'm not gonna play this game like over and over and over like I do with maybe Dominion or something like that. This is more like I'm gonna do the experience a few times. Well, probably solo as well, right? Because it takes such a long time. There's no way for me to find someone. Well, I'm gonna play with Draco, but you know what I mean. So yeah, sleeves is not a thing for me. Collector storage box is not something I will get either. I understand people do get it, but I am really sure that. I mean, I have a good relationship now with E-Raptor and Folded Space and Laser Rocks. One of these or all of them maybe will do inserts for this, so I'll be sure to get an insert for that. But of course, if you don't want to buy an insert, then maybe getting the collector storage box here could be cool, right? Because it lets you keep the cards like that, which is nice. How does the is that the normal box? No, collector storage box, same size as the collector's core box, with storage trays. Oh, so the only difference here. Okay, so you do get the storage solution with the standard pledge, but what you get with this thing here is the 1000+ premium sleeve cards. Okay. Oh, there I go. Stretch goals, lots of exciting stretch goals and surprises. But first, let's reach our funding goal. Okay, I like that as well, that you don't put out, oh, here's 100 stretch goals right away. They just, and it's also smart from a Kickstarter perspective because that makes people come back to the page because you want to check out. I like how Terraforming Mars, Turmoil, and the big box, they did that like every day. There was a new. They didn't call it stretch goals. They called it, I don't know, like milestones, I think, because it fit with the whole Terraforming Mars game. I like that from a marketing perspective as well. I'm thinking about those things since I'm going to kickstart my own game very soon. I'm thinking about that, and that's really smart to make people come back because it's like YouTube or any internet thing. You want people to click on your site over and over again because that generates traffic. So character figures here. These colors, I don't know. I don't know if I like that they're colored like that. I mean, you probably want to paint them anyway, but I don't know. Maybe it's a good idea. I mean, it's easier to see if you don't paint them instead of having two gray. If you're playing 2 players, instead of having 2 gray characters on the map, it's easier to see your color, I guess. Storage trays, dividers, the book of dialogues, the scenarios, bookmark, yeah, laminated world map. So a paper map, not a big fan. I'd rather have a neoprene. I don't know if there's a neoprene in here. Life point counters, dice. Oh, dice. Why is there dice with stars on them? It said earlier up here in the text that this game, no dice. So that's kind of weird. All the cards, of course. Character, only 4 character cards, but I guess you make your own character. So since it goes up to 4 players, it's different from 7th Continent when you have all these different kind of characters. Save cards, expansion free, and shipping. So US, mainland, France, Germany, United Kingdom. I would be... Norway is in here, but not Sweden. Huh. Oh, I'm actually in here. All other EU countries. So Norway, because Norway is not in the EU, gets a better price for the shipping. All right. So somewhere between 29 and 41 for me. Multiple copies and something about the team. Wow, I kind of expected. I thought there would be more stuff in here. I'm not gonna complain in any way, but I thought there would be a bunch of pictures and GIFs and animated stuff and all that. And this looks a bit like my Kickstarter for Draco's Adventure will do in a month. I'm getting ready to post that. And that one will look like this, sort of. Just banners and text and some pictures. But I guess that's all you need, right? You don't need to have these fancy GIFs. Some Kickstarter pages is like a game in itself, like an experience. You just go through this page because it's like super long and there's like 50 videos and all that stuff. So I kind of like, overall, I am that kind of person that I like less is more in graphic design. So yeah, I do like this. Okay, so let's look at this here. Let's look at the... and that's also amazing. There's only one level. Yeah, I just realized that. I actually realized that when I went through. There's no like deluxe version. There's no extra all-in super fancy 2000 miniatures. It's 69. Wow. I kind of like that, to be honest. That they just, scale it down. It's less confusing. Oh, okay. So Alex is saying that... Oh, yeah. You're right, guys. Dragon, Shadow, and Alex is saying that the dice are for, like in the 7th Continent, they are to tracking item pips, not to roll. That's true. But they did look weird then, because they had like stars on them, but I don't know. Stars are like successes mostly in this game, right? Sinaka is saying he won't paint the minis, so yeah, that kind of makes sense, I guess. Then you want the different colors. And animated GIFs are 90s internet. I actually just made a deal for a guy to make a animated GIF for my Draco's Adventures Kickstarter, so maybe I should, but it's just gonna be one. I'm not gonna swamp the Kickstarter page with that stuff. But yeah, I guess that's it. That was a short live stream, unless you guys have any questions and so on. I was really expecting a huge page and a lot of things to look at, but I at the same time I kind of like the layout here, and it just keeps going here. So many backers, and I'm gonna back this as well. After I stop the stream, I'm going to back it, so that I don't show you my starter login. Yeah, they probably will release expansions to this as well coming up, and I mean it is going to be, what was it, May 2022. So what is that? 1.5? It's more than, what is it now? October, November, December. Yeah, it's more than 1.5 years until we get this. Which in some ways is sad because you want to play it right away, right? But at the same time, next year it's going to be Frosthaven and all those other games that I don't even know about yet, but they are going to be released because that's how it works. So there's going to be so many games. So I'm kind of happy to back this and just sit back and relax and wait 1.5 years before I get it and gonna do a solo playthrough and all that video. Yeah, obviously. Before that, I will do a solo playthrough of the 7th Continent again as well, because I did one. I'm going to do a second one with the expansion and all the painted miniatures. They look really awesome. Martin has painted like the air balloon and all that stuff. So I will get to that. But yeah, 2 years maybe if there's a delay. So in some ways, I kind of think that's cool. just because then, you basically back it now and then you kind of forget about it for a while, right? And then all of a sudden, oh, it's time for the game. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, so that is the 7th Citadel. If you want to see more, if you want to see how this game actually sort of is played a little bit, I mean, the videos on here. Go check them out, obviously. But you can also check out my demo session that I had at SNSP last year. I will put the link in the description for the video. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out, because then I have one of the publisher guys explaining the new stuff to me. He's showing me the new cards and all that. and showing me how everything works. So that could be nice to get a feel for how it works as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this short live stream, but it's a preview, it's just a talk through, so I hope you enjoyed it. If you stick around, if you come back in 40 minutes, I'll do another Root digital on Steam live stream where I will be playing the Woodland Alliance. I had a lot of people asking me to do more streams of Root, so I will do that. I also have Root on my tables. I will do soon. I will do a stream of Root, the actual board game as well. That's coming in a little while here. But in 40 minutes, join me again and cheer me on as I try to beat the other critters in the forest. And thank you so much for watching this one. Have a great evening, morning, or whenever you're watching. Take care. I'll see if I can get this to work with my camera. There we go. Bye-bye.